Morning, YouTube. Today's Sunday morning, March 8th, I believe, something like that. Um, if you see I'm sweaty, that's because I just went for a morning jog today. Story time actually about that before I begin, whatever I'm going to talk about. The journey to self mastery, to self, conquering yourself, isn't usually a really straightforward path, right? There's bound to be struggles. I'm not perfect, so I'm not gonna display myself as, oh, I got it, I conquer myself, I have self mastery. No, right? Um, so this week I've only worked out 3 times before today. Usually I would do it 4 times. But something happened, right? And then I wake up this morning, and then that voice in my head says, It's okay, you did 3, that's enough. Rest, and we could restart next week." And I was actually about to give in, be like, I guess 3 times a week wouldn't really hurt. But then I realized that part of self mastery, conquering yourself, is not negotiating with the weak person that's inside of you, the person that you're trying to kill. You're the person that you're trying to reinvent yourself into. You're trying to kill off the old you. You can't negotiate with the old you, otherwise you'll eventually start negotiating with other aspects of your life, and you can't do that. I almost gave in, but then I realized I don't negotiate with the weak, with weakness. So I said, whatever, let's go run, let's go take a jog. um so now the video. So today I wanted to talk about stress and preparedness, right? um in terms of stress, stress, like everyone else, and myself included, it's something that we've always we're gonna experience no matter what, right? It's inevitable. um right? But the reason why stress exists is to give you a reminder. Hey, you need to do this, or hey, be wary about this. It's like a little notification. Instead of a notification in your phone, it's a notification right here. Hey, just look out for this, okay? Okay. That's basically what stress is. It's just a little reminder, which isn't bad, right? It's a little reminder. But what happens is that when we apply it to our everyday lives, I guess in practicality, right? What happens when you start doing that is, okay, I go to a workplace, I go to school. Oh, stress. Oh, okay, I need to study for this exam, I need to do this assignment, or I need to get this done before the due date, right? It's a reminder. But then it amounts to a lot of stress. And that amount of stress, the stress that we've learned to live with, isn't normal stress that we're meant to develop, in my opinion, of course, right? It's the stress inflicted on us by the reality of society. It's another chain. The amount of stress that we have now, it's another chain that the reality of society subjects us to. Other than obviously the reality, or worse, you know, everyone is subjected to the reality of society. Everyone is subjected to conform, to be conquered by society, right? And stress is just another component of that. Oh, you're conquered by stress. Oh, you should be stressed about this. You should be stressed about that. We let stress control us as well, instead of us controlling it, right? And part of self mastery is controlling our stress, not let our stress control us. And that's a lesson, or rather reminder, or I guess both, I had to learn this week. I need to hydrate. Um, for my training for my work, right? I had to do the final exam. I had to do evaluation, right? I said, everyone is stressed, but why am I gonna stress? It's gonna happen either way, right? Stress is just a reminder. Hey, study. Hey, review this. Okay, that's it. Stress just kind of goes out by itself, unless you choose to let it conquer you. Unless you choose to, you know what I mean. And that brings me to my other topic, preparedness, or I guess choice. Yeah, I guess choice would be a more appropriate way of saying it. Part of stress is choice, and I guess part of every challenge and every struggle in life, it's choice, right? We have a choice. And I've kind of ran it down to 3 choices that we have in this life. We have the choice to give up. We have the choice to die, mentally, not physically, but physically, yeah, but in this case, it's mentally, right? And by that I mean, like, I guess, I really wouldn't know how to word it. It makes more sense in my mind, but giving up, dying, or 3, fight. We must always choose to fight, okay? And the reason why I say fight and not prepare or be ready, because being ready and being prepared is just a myth. You can't always be ready. You can't always be prepared for anything. Something is bound to happen that's out of our control. Everything outside is out of our control. We can't say that we're prepared for this, we're prepared for that, if everything is outside of our control except ourselves. So we're in control of ourselves. We can choose to fight. We can choose self-mastery. But to say, I'm going to prepare, I'm going to be ready, there's nothing greater in life than self-mastery. If you say, I master myself, I conquer myself, that's already way high and above than prepare or ready. Because what are you ready for exactly? Are you just ready for this, a few instances, or what? Are you prepared for this or this? You'll always have to choose self-mastery. Expect nothing from anyone and expect anything from the world, right? And that's where the choice of fight plays in. No matter what struggle you're faced with, you always have the choice to fight. You always have the choice to fight. You can't give up, and you can't die physically, mentally, whatever, right? You have to keep choosing to fight. You have to think less and do more. And by doing more means that you have to fight. You have to fight for what's yours. You have to fight for your destiny. That's your choice to make. That's your choice. Self-mastery, self-conquest, that all of that, it's a choice that you have to be willing to make. And sometimes it isn't quite easy. Sometimes you just got to get to that point where enough is enough, right? I know, at least for me, that was my case, right? That was my case. But we always have to make that choice. We always have to make that choice. We always have to make the choice to fight. Fight for the day. Fight for ourselves. Fight for our families. Fight for our beliefs. Fight for our goals, right? We have to make that choice. And we also have to make the choice to fight for our peace of today. And of course, that intertwines with self mastery. You have to control your stress. What's the point of stressing for tomorrow or the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, the next couple of months, if tomorrow isn't guaranteed? There's no tomorrow. There's no point in stressing over things that are gonna happen tomorrow when tomorrow isn't guaranteed. Yes, you could stress a little and say, hey, I have to at least get this goal done by the end of the day and call it a day. That's it. The stress ends there, right? Or you can choose to say, you know what? I know my goal is this, but I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this, or else I won't. Blah 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 blah. You have to live in the moment, live in the present. Take one step at a time, one day at a time. Okay. And I've realized this past week that a major reason why a lot of people are always living in the future is because of stress. Stress over tomorrow. Tomorrow is just borrowed confidence. It's just borrowed time. It's just a borrowed. It's just an illusion, right? And I guess you could say, oh, that's contradictory because you said you have to be delusional about your reality. Yes, about your reality, right? But your reality is here right now. And whatever's tomorrow, it won't be guaranteed tomorrow, okay? Whatever. I'm not gonna debate that, but that's just the way. This is just the way I think, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Live one day at a time, one step at a time. Don't stress about things that are outside of your control. If you're gonna stress, at least stress and say, I'm gonna set this goal for today and I'm gonna see it through. Whatever else I have to do, why am I gonna worry about it? Tomorrow's not guaranteed. For all I know, freaking I don't know what's going on over there in the Middle East and in Europe. What if all that stress is all for nothing? You're like, I'm gonna do this tomorrow, and then where's your tomorrow? So yeah, keep your heads up, live one day at a time, take it one step at a time, and try living in the moment. That's something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to live more in the moment, and that's a challenge, and that's a good challenge. Every challenge, for the most part, is good. So keep your heads up.